Yeah, so we gotta consider what the mid lane options could be. The Valentina's gone, Lily's gone, Drusin's gone.
They need to go through a Hylos and an Alice. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Shreds with the carry.
Oh, so that's true. That's true. So maybe just control.
Yeah, got a catch.
And the Eve. There you go.
Yeah.
So they're going to that old traditional, you know, fight around the box, that liquid box that we've seen so many times. Protecting that carry, letting Teddy get the items in the space that he needs to work with. And this lineup is going to protect him so well. So, you know, if you're Team Falcons, you need to be able to go ahead and get through that, survive through that real-world manipulation that's going to be set up.
How do you match the range? And also, considering the lineup right now of Liquid, it's not totally front to back. They still have the Gatot, but it's still going to rely on the box.
Yeah, this Claude is still going to be a big problem, like you mentioned earlier. I think that's going to be up to Sanford here to hunt down that Claude later on.
Yeah.
Just has a lot of opening. Is it going to be none of the above? Farsa, interesting.
Yeah.
A classic answer.
Very confident pickups from both sides. The Eve in
The Clash of Titans, we're jumping right into this game. It's a best of 3. I'm hoping we get 3 games as we go for this one. It's always electrifying to see Team Liquid and Team Falcons battle it out. So we'll jump into this. Flying Clouds for this first map is also going to come into play for this, and we'll see how it all revolves into this early game.
You know what? Brigid is here, so probably best of 3.
She's not the one anymore, man.
I'm not the one anymore.
It's actually usually me and Renmar.
It's Naisu
Yeah.
and Wolf.
Even
Wolf.
after that 2-week 2-0 streak?
Yeah. It's
really?
Yeah. Brigida has lost her touch.
You lost your touch.
In 3-game
It's
series.
okay. It's 2026 new me. And speaking of, we aren't really seeing much action just yet here in the beginning. I think they really acknowledge the fact that it was emphasized so much in our keys to victory. Oh, hold on. A flicker was forced out of Haji, though.
Yep. Making sure that you're safe is actually very crucial. More than getting the XP crab is do not give that first blood in mid.
Whoa.
That is the biggest one. Teddy and Marco, look at that.
Yeah, that's unsteady. Teddy is just being aggressive there, and that's what he's got to do. I feel like against someone like Super Marco, you know, we had those stats broken down, and Teddy has done a phenomenal job already up to this point, especially after coming into week 2. There was a lot of, you know, again, oh no, Teddy.
Oh, speaking of Teddy.
Teddy, I'm sorry. Every single time we talk,
literally cursed it.
That was not so steady, but now it's Karltzy. Concussive Blast also landing on Super Marco. Doesn't have to purify anymore. But he gets to dodge the Abraser's Wrath.
the juke with the BMI.
Now that is steady gameplay. I think he was really on point there, knowing and actually calculating the timer of the BMI, facing up.
Oh, there goes the box, Real Revelation, Infernal Pursuit, Stanford taking out Kyle as Carl takes the turtle, and now he's going for Flap as well. Team Liquid Philippines take out 3.
Oh man, double for Stanford this early on in the Phobius.
Yeah, you're giving 2 kills to a Phobius who already we're gonna have a hard time facing. I feel like that's not what you want to do, not to mention that turtle obviously going over the TL.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not super clean, they're not super dominant as of the moment. I feel like they've also equaled out on the experience meter. Karltzy though, as usual, just so phenomenal on that Fredrin, even XP ahead of Kyle.
They all work together so well just to make sure that the box was right there when they needed it. The entire turtle pit was controlled by Liquid at that moment, and things happened so fast, honestly, because I think the last we were talking about was how they were able to do such a successful pickoff. Oh, the last minute taunt and the OG from JP just to answer back on both Owen and Kyle, but they get to dodge the Appraiser's Wrath. There goes the Real Manipulation, and the Throne of Ruin gets dodged by Sanji as well. Liquid are going for the disengage, and that Flicker Dark Wave does not land.
Yeah, all of that was just so clean. You saw how layered V skills were. Even the re-engage, you saw that re-enter by JP.
Yep.
You thought you were going to take down the Gatot Kacha, but not really.
Yeah.
He just played so well. That was almost a perfect mind game. Again, played exceptionally safe here by Falcons as well.
Yeah, that's what they kind of have to do. There's a whole lot of counter punching happening between the two, and that's what we've expected, and that's what we've seen for seasons now between these two squads. Sanford is going to be that main bulwark for Team Liquid, and when he shows up, Team Falcons kind of has to reconsider if they want to push through or not. So they do want to go ahead and stop some of the bleeding right now. It's a bit of a lead, 1,300 right now for Team Liquid, leading into this next turtle. we'll see if Team Falcons is actually in a position to, if they want to contest, or they just decide to focus elsewhere. The problem with this is, again, every single time that they decide to fight into an objective, you've got to figure out how do we get around this death box of Sanji with that real-world manipulation.
They might have more ways to do it now, though, because Ogwen and Super Marco were able to rotate so fast! Sanford might get picked off first here, still surviving with the turtle pursuits, but there goes the throw. Somehow he's actually still alive! Killing spree for Sanji right here, and Sanford finally goes down. JP, though, might be the next to fall, as he has to use his enhanced basic attack just to get back there. Karltzy chased after Ogwen, not allowing him to access that turtle.
Falcons actually bought so much time here and so much space for Haji in that last one, but look at that on the other side of the map. I don't know if that's worth it to give that much gold to the carry this early on, but you know what, Falcons, they're gonna take any win they can get.
Oh,
Marco.
1v1, Super Marco versus Teddy, forced to use the flicker.
Okay, he gets the flicker out. Here's the response, though.
Oh, now you can't dodge that, and he immediately goes to the purple buff.
See, you notice this every single time. It looks like Team Falcons is getting something. Team Liquid is somewhere else taking from Team Falcons.
That was basically a
full-on...
Super Nothing comes for free.
Nah.
Nothing at all.
We can't breathe. We can't even pause to speak. AOG out, and all they wanted was that turret down bottom.
My gosh, I need a heart rate monitor here. The way this game's going.
Yeah, maybe you need a sip of water as well.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, right now I feel like what I was saying earlier, was it really worth it to give all of the outer turret energy shield, plus the turret, plus all the minions over to the carry this early on? They just did not equalize as well as they thought they would. TLPH, despite all those double kills, all the turtle takes by Falcons, are actually ahead by almost 3,000.
Yeah, I guess at this point, you know, if you really look into it, Team Falcons sort of in a position where they kind of have to leave Teddy alone. And then, honestly, most of the teams that face up against Team Liquid, that's kind of the notion that they take, because Teddy's going to do his thing, and you got to win. You got to almost match that rotational speed from the other four from Team Liquid. And that's what we've seen, and they're trying to make it work.
I was gonna say, it's not as if Super Marco's not trying to stop Teddy or not trying to slow him down, but whenever he does, you see that punish. You see that punish coming from every single TLPH member, and that's when, you know what, Super Marco's like, okay, you don't want me to touch Teddy, fine. I just won't.
But how about the 4 horsemen? On the other areas of the map.
Which is why I think, you know, Super Marco, his mindset there is, I need to be with the rest of the team of Team Falcons to actually win those fights right now. And there's one, I guess, advantage too you can look at with the Claude, right? He can basically go ahead and double lane if he wants to. He's quick enough to go ahead and move around this map. And he is down in terms of gold across Teddy, but he's still going to be value for this team here. Ogwen's taking a couple shots from Sanford. Can they get here in time? Kyle approaching the turtle.
Already half HP, Throne of Ruin, and the flicker actually lands on the back lines. Kyle now able to gain access to that turtle as Sanford takes down Ogwen, but it seems like the answer is going to be Flap. Kyle too isolated, end up against 5. Fortunately, as able to run away, but not for long. Everything was thrown at Falcons. Haji using the better dash attack, but get cancelled by the Dark Wave, and the real world manipulation as Kyle picks up the kill.
Yeah, you got the turtle, but TLPH says, so what? We take your life, we take your turrets, and they're barreling down in the mid.
Oh man, this is just again a preview of what's happened throughout the season so far for anyone that's gone up against Team Liquid Philippines. They might get an objective, you might get a tower here and there, maybe a couple kills, but again, you take one step forward against Team Liquid, you take 2 steps back. But that's seemingly how it feels for the teams facing up against them. So now you've gone into this phase where, even looking at this, gold-wise and everything else, Team Falcons might just have to play into Super Marco's power spike on the Claude.
Yeah, because honestly, the way they started that fight looked great for Falcons. They still laid out the glorious pathway, the timing.
Turtle secured.
They secured the turtle. The timing on Flap's Throne of Ruin was really great, but it was the aftermath that really mattered. It was the post-turtle fight that really mattered.
That's right. Everything was correct. Like, if you see the setup being done by Falcons, it was layered properly. They were going for the exact people that you'd expect to go for, just not working out.
They got to steal away that purple buff.
This is what Team Liquid does too. You know, once they have basically, you in sight, they don't let go, they'll continue to take what they want,
Yep.
especially in the jungle. They'll take everything, and so then you're eventually starved out of any resources or buffs. So that's even more increasingly the problem for Team Falcons, is how do we make sure that we continue to get what we need to put ourselves in a position to turn this game around? Because you're looking at it across the board here. Look at the item disparity from each role here.
It is actually quite massive. We're approaching the phase where, you know, Swift Trinity is going to be completed on Teddy before it does get completed by Super Marco. So that's going to be a big advantage, especially if you're trying to beef down or trying to chomp down on beefy boys like Ogwin or Flap T. Right?
Yeah. Just, there's a DHS. As soon as you mention it,
There it
Rockhart
is.
locks it in. Right before this big fight, too. This is going to be the Lord fight. He's going to rotate down for this. They do wait for that, but Super Marco is going to stay top side, and as soon as they see that, they might go ahead and press this situation even further. Ogwin taking a bunch of damage too. JP.
JP's on to Kyle, and now Ogwin below half HP already. Revitalize already committed here by JP as well as he tries to tap the damage. Karl, with no one there to contest, really takes the objective, but the Throne of Ruin, as a response from Flap, couldn't be enough. The Blazing to it as well, but no one still falls for Liquid. They actually take down 2 instead.
I am actually teary-eyed here
Or 3.
with what I saw.
Team Falcons, it just seems like this in game 1, the wings are clipped already, man.
Okay, Karltzy might get shut down here. There goes the passive. Haji at least get some gold from that.
And I hate to say it, but
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, that was
I was
pretty
just going to
bad.
say, Team Liquid's kind of playing with their food at this point, man.
Yeah, that was free V5, by the way, happening on the bottom side while
Yeah.
2 of them are actually lording. And the 3 of them, man, it was so good to watch JP and Sanford pushing and pulling against the full 5-man lineup of Falcons. And again, just feels so easy when you watch it. Look at this replay here.
Yeah, because I think I specifically had my eyes on Sanji here, because he too was just up front, trying to deal poke damage. He positioned himself so well here.
That box, especially in this, this side of the jungle.
Really? Sanji? Just
Yeah.
Sanji? All right.
Just
I'm kidding.
everybody throwing themselves towards Team Falcons.
That was
man.
beautiful. That was just so beautiful
Yeah.
to watch.
Yes, it was.
I'm almost teary-eyed by how beautiful. That's just literally multitasking with
Yeah.
a very high-level team like Falcons.
There are no lights, so he just got teary-eyed because of the play.
Yeah. Amazing.
Or the wind in here too. I mean, the wind is rather aggressive. towards
the wind is
high
aggressive.
right now. So looking at this, Team Falcons on the defense, they're gonna do what they can to hold on. But man, I'm really just looking, because we were like, Super Marco is gonna be the play. Well,
Yep,
that
yep.
last team fight just showed us that his damage is just not there yet.
Yeah, I think he just needs that extra layer as well. Not just a Swift Trinity, but I think he also needs like a Wind of Nature before he can actually do that decent blazing duet.
Oh, Glorious Pathway already forced out. Could JP get bursted down here? It seems like still no. Using the AOG out, Phantom Steed already committed, but they're not exactly going to commit to that.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Gatakacha works so great. You tank up a ton of damage. You can just go ahead and pop your Revitalize or just defensively jump out with your ultimate, that Avatar of the Guardian. And then you see that, his his disengage is secured by Sanford standing up in front. So again, Team Falcons is in this precarious position where they're just trying to scrap up anything that they can. Now, if we get to a point, I would say another 6 minutes or so, if we get to around the 20-minute mark, then Team Falcons might be in an actual position to win some of these team fights. I feel like everything that we see them throw at Team Liquid just isn't enough yet. And that's mainly because, again, Haji's initial burst damage that he has on a Farsa earlier on, some of those defensive items obviously playing a part for Team Liquid, and Super Marco still trying to get there. So this next Lord is up. We'll see if Team Falcons actually wants to get in position to potentially win a fight here, or maybe it just comes down to the retribution to buy that more time.
I imagine it'll be best, especially if Falcons already have the Winter Crown and enough damage in the Blazing Duet for Super Marco.
Right.
So they could actually go in for a fight.
Yeah, that's basically going to be enough to maybe last him for like a few seconds. And what worries me is it's also very hard to kite against a Gatotkacha. It's so hard to kite against a carry that's hunting you down.
Oh, multiple members knocked up here by the Lord. Throne of Ruin used by Flap, but it only catches Karltzy, who still actually gets to secure the objective. Sanford flickering out after zoning multiple members, and now everyone gets caught in the RWM and the AOG. BMI out for Super Marco as Karltzy trying to go for the chase, but Falcons, they lost too much.
just too tanky, man. Team Liquid, they can essentially just throw their bodies at Team Falcons and they're not dying.
Yeah, that's a specialty of a Fredrin in your lineup. Now they're on the siege.
There goes the feathered airstrike, not getting cancelled out just yet, so they still can clear, but they lose their base turret in mid, and they still have a Lord to worry about.
Yep, they're going to take all these waves pushing through. They want to go ahead and let that Lord walk down to this bottom side. He'll charge into the turret. They'll take this one down. Team Falcons is all back up. But this is going to be tough. They have to go ahead and clear this out. Can they end it here?
Oh.
They're looking for it.
Two-man knock-up with the Dark Wave at the top from JP! Infernal Pursuit's coming in. Sanford on a killing spree. There goes